There we are. There you are. Hello. How are we? I must always remember to clear any sort of throat thing before making a video. I always have a tendency of starting a video and then start going. It's never a good thing. I thought to just do a little vlog, and obviously I've been kind of the latest videos that have been either from myself or whatever. They've had like a subject to them. Obviously, the last video I uploaded to the channel, which was literally, what was it, like the other day or yesterday? I don't know where I am with days now, but yeah, basically I uploaded a video which was a response to my good friend Lawrence, his video. And yeah, just thought to just do a little vlog here. Yeah, both my good buds, my fellow co-hosts, are in Manchester right now. Today is, well, they'll be probably coming up to the closing ceremonies, no doubt, for Sunday. Yeah, they went to Griffin Isles for this past weekend, which is an MLP convention. I sadly can't be there, and I miss you both. I miss you both. I wish I was there with you both. To be honest, I wish I was there. That all three of us were at Griffin Isles representing the channel. But what can you do? I mean, obviously, I wasn't really representing anything, to be honest. We're a very small channel. I am, joking when I say that, but we are a very small channel. But yet we seem to get noticed. We have like at UK PonyCon last year and the year. Actually, there's been a couple of instances at UK PonyCon where we've been recognised. Or our channel has been known about by somebody. I remember Sam mentioning a funny thing where he went to the very first. This is going back about 5 years ago, and the very first UK PonyCon Sam and Lawrence went to. I've only been to two. I went to last year's and the year before that. And I've only ever been to two so far. And so Sam and Lawrence went along to UK PonyCon, and this was before. I think they went a year before they started getting guests. So their very first one was before they started getting voice actor guests, I believe. So it was basically just more of a community sort of convention where it was just a celebration of My Little Pony, of all the generations, and there was like a trader hall, and just certain like a cosplay competition and things going on the main stage. It was just a little bit more of a simplistic version of what UK PonyCon is now. And so yeah, apparently one of the organisers. They were talking to one of the organisers or one of the volunteers, and apparently we were known. Apparently some of the team knew about us and have actually come across our videos in the past and stuff, which is really cool that we are actually being seen by people in certain parts of the community. And then obviously last year, Lawrence got recognised, but obviously got recognised through doing his TikTok, because Lawrence does his TikTok as well. He does some TikTok stuff, and but yeah, we got noticed last year as well. A couple of people came up to us. I remember last year we was at the concert because UK PonyCon have a concert, everything, and Prince Whatever was playing. And while we was having a good time, I was in the queue, just queuing to get a drink because, they did serve alcohol and stuff there. So I was in a queue to go and get a drink. And then I noticed two guys came up to Sam and and Sam pointed me out to him in the queue, and I unfortunately never got to say hello to those two individuals because I was too busy queuing, but I at least went hello, acknowledged them, you know. And then Sam came up to me and said, "You won't believe this, but we've got there's two people. Those two people follow us on the channel, and they recognised all of us, but they thought to just come and approach and say hello." And that was the very first proper interaction we've had with actual people that follow us on the channel, which is fantastic. That we are recognised and people feel that they can approach us, which is very, very cool. I mean, I just want to say very, very quickly, if anybody at a convention and if you do recognise us, by all means come and say hello to us, because we would like to reach out and to actually kind of, you know, acknowledge and also, you know, probably just meet people within the community, meet more people in the community, the fan base of MLP and such, and like-minded individuals that like animation and stuff like that. So we're always happy and, you know, to meet new people, and especially people who support the channel. But yeah, I wish I was at Griffin Isles with Sam and Lawrence this weekend. I had a phone call from Sam last night reporting on yesterday's festivities. Apparently, it's a much smaller affair. Apparently, Griffin Isles. I've never been to Griffin Isles. I've heard of it, but I've never been. But apparently, it is a pretty small convention in comparison to UK PonyCon. But what's interesting, he did say there was a couple on the bill, couple of volunteers that he recognised that run UK PonyCon. There was two individuals, one guy who does the tech side, he works on the main stage as one of like the tech support people. He basically does all like the sound and the microphones and all the video, if there's any video or anything needed to be on the big screen and that, he sorts all that out. So he's basically like the tech side part of the convention. And yeah, so apparently Sam said he was there, and one of the, I've forgotten her name now, but one of the main MCs, one of the main presenters that go on the microphone, that work the main stage, she was there as well. So it seems pretty cool that there was a couple of UK PonyCon people at Griffin Isles this weekend as well. But yeah, so I wish I was there. It would have been nice to kind of get away from it because I've been in a bit of a slump with myself, really, as of late. Not, you know, I've had no personal drive whatsoever. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that will well understand when it comes to personal drive, when it comes to certain things. It could be what you do as a job. It could be what you do in your spare time. You know, everybody, you know, things of this nature does happen from time to time for everybody. You know, we all have slumps of mood, you know, moody slumps now and again, I guess. And we just don't know what to do with ourselves. But no, obviously, I couldn't quite afford to go to UK, I couldn't afford to do Griffin Isles at this point in time because I've got a lot of stuff going on this year. But it was, by the sounds of the phone call with Sam last night, yesterday afternoon, it seems like they both had a good time. It was a much more of a chilled out, a little bit more of a simple sort of convention compared to UK PonyCon. There was no special guests or anything like that. It was literally just more of a community-based one. However, they managed to do like a Q&A with a voice actress. I don't know who the voice actress is. I'm sure Sam will let me know when he's back. But there was on the bill they did like a video call sort of Q&A interview with a voice actress, basically over the internet, over webcam. I don't know if that was for yesterday or if it was today, Sunday, that was due to happen. but they actually had a voice actress join them on voice call. I know it's not quite the same. I'd much rather meet the person in person, but as it's a much smaller event, I'm guessing they can't really bring guests over. They probably don't have the possibilities to do so right now, I guess. But it would be nice if more conventions was able to bring guests over, people that worked on the show, because there used to be a convention in the UK. I don't think it was UK PonyCon. I think it was someone else. But there did used to be in the UK where we are based. In the UK, apparently there used to be a fair few My Little Pony conventions. Though there used to be a couple of them, but now there's only, I think, 4. In the UK, there's only 4 dedicated My Little Pony or MLP, conventions. There's one in Scotland. Apparently, there's one in Scotland. There's one, I believe, near Plymouth, in the UK, and then there's the one in Manchester, and then there's UK PonyCon, which is now moved to Birmingham. So they're the 4 that are in the UK right now that are operating. But UK PonyCon seems to be the only convention, MLP convention in the UK, that actually bring some of the special, some of the actual talent over, like voice actors. But yes, but apparently there did used to be another one that used to get guests as well, but I don't know what's happened with that one. But yeah, all I want to say is no doubt Sam and Lawrence will probably watch this at some point when they get round to it. But I hope you both had a good time. I wish I was there with you both. I really do. I'm looking forward to seeing the footage that Sam's managed to secure while there. Probably try and get that up on the channel very soon, and no doubt Lawrence has probably done a little bit as well. So expect some uploads in the coming week here on the channel. There'll be some Griffin Isles footage being uploaded to the channel, and there will be I want to try and do this weekend coming, I think hopefully this Friday. This coming Friday, I would like to try and get a live stream done again with Sam and Lawrence, and they can talk about their experiences of Griffin Isles, also any pickups that they managed to get as well while there. So hopefully we can all come together, all 3 of us, and do a live stream this coming Friday. So keep an eye out for that. Well, yes, so in the meantime, I'm just chilling out. I had a bit of a movie marathon last night. I watched, I have a load of films. I'm a massive movie buff. And, hello, pretty cat. This is Socks. Do you want to say hello? Yes, Socks. Yes, that's you. Yes, that is you. That is you, baby. Yes. Come on, girl. That's a good girl. Good girl. But anyway, so that was Socks, by the way, my cat. But yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, I had a bit of a movie marathon of sorts last night. I just didn't know what to do with myself. So yeah, I watched like a load of different films last night. I watched Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad from 2021. I would say the better one. Because obviously they did a Suicide Squad film before, and it didn't do very well. It kind of failed. So, but this one that they did, the 2021 one with Idris Elba playing Deadshot, whatever his name is, I think it's a much better film in comparison. And obviously it did actually succeed better because obviously from it you got the TV series Peacemaker, the TV series. So they managed to get John Cena's Peacemaker character back, and they carried him on as a character in a TV series. So it was relatively much more. It was received better, I think. But yeah, so I watched the Suicide Squad. And then I watched, I love my martial art films as well. So I watched probably one of the best martial art films out there called Ong Bak. Ongbak. Ong Bak. Starring Tony Jaa as the main character. And yeah, I love my martial arts stunt choreography sort of films. I think they're fantastic. So yeah, I watched that, and then yeah, watched a couple of others. So I watched about 4 films on the bounce last night, which is the most films I've watched in one evening for a long time. I might watch a couple more films after I finish this vlog. Actually, I might watch a couple more tonight. Films. But I'm just, you know what I mean? And it's the weekend. I've got nothing else to do. I can't really afford to go anywhere, so I just thought, why not have a bit of a movie marathon? And but yeah, I mean, obviously I've been watching some animation stuff as well. I mean, as you know, I'm a huge fan of animation. You know, I love all sorts of it. I really do. I mean, for me, when it comes to animation, it's just something. Nothing else draws my attention as much as animation does. Nothing seems to really draw my attention as much as that, because ever since I was a kid, I went through a bad time at school with being bullied and all that kind of thing. Everybody can relate to being bullied at some point, at one point in time. And I went through a really dark spot, and the only things that really got me through that I truly really enjoy and love is cartoons, animation, and music. I love my music, and I love my cartoons, my animation. So when I came home from school, I was, deflated, so to speak, all the kids at me again. And as I would come home from school and I would put on like Dragon Ball Z, when the Toonami block was happening back in the early 2000s. So I used to watch the Toonami block, like Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. And then I used to watch all like Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, Sailor Moon, and Digimon, Pokemon, all that kind of stuff that was very popular back in that point in time. And it just took me out of where I was in my head, and I just managed to kind of have like an outer body experience, if that makes sense to anybody. I just sort of got like an outer body experience, and I just was able to project, like all those negative feelings I was feeling at that moment in time after coming home from school. They were gone within an instant, because I was just just absorbing these stories and these characters and these worlds. And animation was a big part of my childhood, and still is part of my adulthood now, because it's always has had a really special place in my heart to just escape from the real world for a bit. And I mean, I love my movies as well, my live action stuff, but animation is where it's at for me. Most of the time, I'm always watching something animated, whether it's more centered for kids, or if it's something that's more centered towards adults or teens or whatever. It doesn't matter for me when it comes to what age demographic it's aimed at. If it appeals to me, I will watch it. And it's the same with MLP as well, because even though I was never a fan of the previous generations before Friendship is Magic, but I just got drawn to the animation and to the story and to the characters of Friendship is Magic, the main 6. And as soon as I saw Rainbow Dash, she straight away became my favourite of the main 6. And then all these other great characters, secondary characters coming into it, and these like supporting characters. Discord, for instance, is one of my favourites as well. And it's just, that's the beautiful thing about animation. That's what I really, really love about it. It just has that ability to draw your attention and you just absorb every bit of it. And I love animation. I really do. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this little vlog thing. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We will be back very soon with more videos. Stay tuned for more like Griffin Owl stuff. I know Sam has been doing a little bit of recording of certain things, of certain things while he's been there. So yeah, when he's back and we can meet up, I will get all this footage together. Sam said he's going to compile all the footage for me, and I'm probably going to try and get it all edited and sorted and put it up on the channel, or whatever Sam and Lawrence decide to do. Whether they decide to just upload it as is, or I edit it together, whatever they decide to do, it's fine. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. That will be coming soon, and also a live stream discussion with all three of us. So keep an eye out for all that. So thank you. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you are watching this and you're a fan of animation and MLP, whatever, it doesn't have to be MLP, just if you're a fan of animation, please consider following us. Subscribe, comment and rate for more videos and to keep notified of future uploads. Thank you. Bye-bye.